Please remain standing for the flag salute and the invocation. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please bow your heads for the invocation. Dear Lord, thank you for allowing all those who traveled great distances to arrive safely. And thank you for guiding us through the last 4 years. And thank you for all the great teachers and parents who helped us along the way. Amen.
Friends, relatives, school board, faculty, on behalf of the graduating class of 1991, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you all here and to say thank you. Your continued support has made it possible for all of us to achieve our high school goals. Your confidence and encouragement has helped us perform to the best of our abilities. This class is yet another to graduate possessing the knowledge of the LeConard family. I perceive us as being more like the brothers and sisters of that family. Occasionally we quarrel, and even though we all have very diversified personalities, the different paths we choose always take us back to each other. We rely on each other for untold amounts of things. Standing here and realizing that this may be the last time we are all together as a class makes me feel sad and grateful. Sad thinking of the fact that we will be apart, and grateful to you, my friends, for the memories that will be with us all forever. At this time, I would like to make this special presentation to our next speaker, Miss Erin Kelly, because we all know how much she's going to need it. The last box of tissue I will ever steal from LeConard High. Thank you.
Foreign exchange student from Denmark, Lav Christensen.
As I first came here, it was a bit difficult to be part of such a big country as the United States is. Because I come from Denmark, which is approximately 1/3 of the United States, and that's a pretty big country. And to see the differences in people, language, that made it a bit difficult for me in the beginning, but I got through it. Before I go any further, I would just like to thank my host family, who's been very good to me this year, and they helped me a lot, Mr. and Mrs. Hart and Jenny Hart, and they really gave me a lot of support when I needed it, and I want to thank them a lot. As the year goes by, you see how fast it goes by, and when they say when you're having fun, it goes fast. Yes, that's the same thing here. It's both good and bad because there's been some troubles too along the way, but I guess you can't expect anything else than that. But altogether, I think it's been a great year for me. I learned a lot. I want to thank some of the teachers here at the school. Ms. Shu for helping me a lot in English. She really helped me improve my English, my written English, and stuff like that. And for drama, which has been really exciting. And it's been really fun. The school play has been a lot of fun. Though there was a bit difficulties in the drama with our lines on the stage and stuff like that, we got through it. To Mr. Dow, who gave me a pretty good perspective of what the United States is. Because when you come from Denmark, you just see the United States on television and in magazines and stuff like that, and that's not a good perspective to get of it. And Mr. Dawsick for the fun science classes and tons of notes. And Ms. Britton who took over Mr. Dow's class, which she did her best, but with the radical classes that is, she did her best. Like, she did a good job. To Ms. Odell for the life skill classes, and to Mr. Fowler for the couple of PE classes I had. Mr. Lloyd for the shop classes.
friends, relatives, school board, and faculty. If I were to ask each of my classmates what it is about LaConner that sets it apart from other schools, it's safe to assume that we would all agree it's the size. The small school in this small town makes for a feeling of belonging that is simply not found in larger settings. But like so many strong qualities, LaConner's strength is sometimes its weakness. The one that comes to mind is that an entire population has access to the tiniest details of your life. And while we may be far removed from big cities and thought of as behind the times, we have one of the most advanced grapevine systems in the state. But you still have to love the town. There is a closeness here that is usually found inside a family, which makes leaving all the more difficult. Just the other day, I came into the school to finish checking out, and a measly little sophomore, I won't mention Chad Zimmerman's name, told me to get out because I didn't belong here anymore. But he was right. He was just kidding. But the school wants us out of the nest just as our parents do. And that's good. They're anxious to see us get out in the world and do something with ourselves. That desire to see us go on is an important part of education. We learned about the value of helping out in the community by volunteering, of putting forth our best effort, and the value of becoming close with people. There's caring here, the kind found in a home between family members. And so what if you know my business? That only means that I know yours too. And like a family, we fight and feud, make up, and start all over again. I guess our 3-day senior trip to Oregon best illustrates the feeling I'll have, or I'll take with me from our school. We had a lot of time on the bus, at the swimming pool, on the bus, eating in our rooms and on the bus, to just enjoy each other's company and appreciate the closeness that we had. And so I'd like to thank the faculty, the community, my family, and most sincerely my classmates, just for being here. Thank you.
First of all, I'd just like to say thank you all for coming here on behalf of all of us. Throughout high school, I've come to realize that success does not just find you. You have to actively pursue it or it will elude you. This pursuit involves risk-taking, and this is why some people have success and others don't. You may find that taking risks makes you extremely vulnerable to criticism from others who do not want you to rise above them. And with success comes the pressure to continue to succeed. Success relates directly to the risks you take, and he reflects that in this speech. It's entitled Daring Greatly. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbled, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes short again and again, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be those timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. I find this advice valuable in everything I do, and I'd like to pass it on to my class and anyone else who's going out and facing indecision in the next year. I know I am. Life will be what you make it, and I want you guys to go for it and just do the best you can. And even if you come up short, We always end up farther along if you hadn't done anything at all.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leads your soul to bleed. Some say love is a hunger and endless aching need. I say love is a power, and its only secret. It's the soul that's been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong. Just lies the sea, and when the sun's up in the spring, comes the
Friends and members of the class of 1991. This class has shared many highlights and lowlights during the last 13 years, some embarrassing, some downright funny. All the times we've shared together will be in our hearts forever. Sean and I will now let you in on some of those great experiences from the past and what the future may have in store for some.
Charlie, you became a Connor Brave early, even though you spent your elementary years playing basketball at Immaculate. In 8th grade, you returned the opening tip to our basket and scored a layup, giving us 2 points. Oh yeah, we won 19-18.
Jennifer Schuler, you spent more time talking about your horse than you did about boys.
Tandy, well, you were the only one she talked about.
Melissa, never failed seeing you at the mall with a new outfit or outfits.
Paul, thanks for limiting the dull moments with your action-packed life stories.
Christine, you may have not said much, but your voice made the world aware of you.
Gary, we'll never forget you, and neither will the pole that you hit in the school parking lot with your car.
Chris, we're glad you grew out of your paper biker hats and moved on to your North Carolina hat. What a shame it's not Duke. Right, Sarah Schmitto?
Sarah, we're glad you found Scott, because after breaking Mark's arm and slamming the door on his finger, I don't think he could have taken anymore. Wow, you're just a good old Danish boy. Jamie, we know how you love to sleep. It sure is great that you made it to graduation.
Mark, we hope your life is more in control than your shot selection on the basketball court.
Marlo, at 8th grade graduation, we predicted you to be an astronaut because you were always spacing out in class. Well, to this day, you're right on track.
Teresa, you did a great job in the school play. See on All My Children.
Jennifer Page, we're worried about you because we don't know how you're going to react when you have a perfect day that you won't have to complain about anything.
Brian Bell. We will never forget that laugh.
Allison, you're right. You're always right.
Brian Solomon, if you ever go on to play college baseball, make sure you use defogger for your glasses.
Sloan and Aaron, we really hope you two find a school where you both will be in reach of each other. We know always you were here.
Mike Peterjack, just be happy you're leaving, because Fowler probably would have broken your other ankle in a pickleball paddle.
Dave, all the teams can rest in baseball because Dave, the wild thing Garcia, is graduating.
Levi, may heavy metal live on forever.
Jason, you're also right. You're also always right. Not.
Colin, even though you're on the Honor Society, we're surprised you don't have a permanent mark on your forehead from always falling asleep in class.
Alright, I don't want to sound mushy or anything, but I love you people, beyond what words really can't say, so I'm really going to miss you.
And I'll never forget you guys, and I'll love you forever.
Thanks for all the good memories.
Tonight to recognize the members of the Honor Society. I would like them to stand up as I call their names and remain standing. Sloan Johnson, Aaron Kelly, Jennifer Schuler, Sarah Strain, and Paula Westbrook. This is a very special group to me. All 5 of these people finished 4 years of math, I figured out the other day that was 12,200 problems and about 100 tests, so that means something. They're very good athletes, outstanding, expressive writers. They're able to crank out essays and term papers on state-of-the-art word processors. They're just an exceptional group of well-balanced students from an exceptional class. You very seldom find so many extremely capable people in one class. 4 years ago, I told them that they would be the best math students ever graduate from O'Connor High School, and so far for now, I think they are. And yet, I think I speak for the rest of the faculty when I say we all will miss your intelligence and your wit. You feed 5 people in particular, and to the class in general. I just want to say be happy, but don't waste those gifts that you've been given. Have a good life.
Honor is no different this year. We have a wonderful class of many awarded students. So while we give out a lot of awards, if the presenters and the students would all put a bounce in their step, maybe we could get through it rather rapidly. That I give Presidential Fitness Awards to those seniors who have maintained a B+ or better average throughout high school. And I'd like to begin with the following 3: Gary Harmon, Jason Ekman, and Jennifer Page. In addition to Presidential Fitness Awards, the following students have earned Washington State Honors Awards as well. That means the governor has asked me to give them an award along with the State Superintendent of Public Instruction that indicates they're in the top 10% of the graduating class of the state of Washington. Colin Westbrook, Sarah Strain, Allison Harper,
The governor and the president personally, but that's kind of nice.
Again this year, with the support of our community and the parents and their classmates, the O'Connor graduating class has had an excellent year in athletics. We participated in state tournaments in volleyball, boys basketball, softball, and track. In fact, our track team took 2nd place at the state tournament this year. Of these 27 young adults out here tonight, 25 of them, or as a math teacher, 93% of them, participated in athletics in their high school career. They've earned 171 letters, 126 of them are varsity letters. They have earned 28 Security Pacific Awards given out by Security Pacific Bank for outstanding athletic achievement. And they have earned 6 Northwest B All-Opponent Selected Awards. I think very quickly what I'm going to do is recognize those people who got 5 or more varsity letters in their high school career, and then I have a number of special awards to give out. You guys will just stand and remain standing. With 5 varsity letters, Marlo Eglers, Jason Ekman, Melissa Edwards, and Chris Ortiz, who also got 3 Security Pacific Awards. As a quick note, Chris Ortiz was the first athlete in O'Connor to run cross country. He ran cross country on the Anacortes team this year. Receiving 6 varsity letters, Teresa Turner and Colin Westbrook. Varsity letters, Jamie Strobel. Jamie also got 3 Security Pacific Awards. 8 varsity letters, David Garcia, who was a Northwest B All-Opponent selection. Jennifer Page, who was selected 4 times for Security Pacific Awards and 1 time a Northwest B All-Opponent selection. 9 varsity letters, Sloan Johnson, who was selected twice to Northwest B All-Opponent teams,
and Aaron Kelly, who was two-time Northwest BL opponent and three-time Security Pacific winner. 10 varsity letters, you have to realize this is getting more and more difficult as it goes along. And when they only have a chance to win a total of 12 if they do every sport for 4 years. Getting 10 varsity letters, Mark Thompson. And with 11 varsity letters, one short of the max he could get, Pete Thompson. Okay, now I have some individual awards to give. Usually we have some people here to give a couple of these, but seeing they didn't come, I get to do it. First of all, we have a United States Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete Award. They sent me a whole big letter that I was supposed to read to you, but I'm not going to. Distinguished Athlete Award, Pete Thompson. The United States Army Reserve also gives two what are called Scholar Athletes Award. Not only do they have to be a great athlete, they have to be a great scholar. And they give one to a female and one to a male each year. And they get a nice award and a really nice pendulum thing. And our two award winners tonight are Aaron Kelly and Sloan Johnson. And we also each year recognize one male and one female as male and female athlete of the year. Funny thing about that. This year, I've already introduced one of these people. Aaron Kelly is the female athlete of the year. Not only did Aaron participate in a lot of athletics, has done something that no one else in La Conner has ever done. He won a first place gold medal individually at the state track meet and has participated in other sports as well, all in Westbrook.
Chris is the winner of the Western Washington University Minority Achievement Award and the Hispanic Merit Scholarship of Skagit County. David is the winner also of a Western Washington University Minority Achievement Tuition Scholarship and the Whatcom Hispanic Organization Scholarship.
Years past, it's my pleasure to present two awards commemorating two former people associated with the high school. First of all, a former student here who established a scholarship fund some years ago, Rupert Anderson, and that fund is administered here and goes to La Conner graduates. The nice thing about the scholarship that I would mention is that it does allow itself to be renewed year after year. Currently, 6 students now in college are receiving renewable grants each year. This year, one additional one will be awarded, and it goes to Aaron Kelly.
Could I please have Aaron Kelly come?
Loves a good story. In fact, last week at the alumni banquet, I decided that they liked stories about cows. And I was going to tell them a little story about a cow, but I decided that topic has been done enough. So tonight, I want to tell you about someone who's been inspirational to me. Because you're going to find a time when things aren't going right, or you feel down and you feel like you can't go anymore, and you're going to have to look towards someone for some inspiration. One of those people to me was named Diane. And she was a student at college with me. And she was not only inspirational to me, she was inspirational, I think, to our whole graduating class. For when she came across the stage to get her diploma, she received a standing ovation. I need to tell you a little bit about Diane. Diane stood about 4.5 feet tall. And she was born with cerebral palsy. So it was hard to walk, it wasn't too easy to talk, but there was a great person inside. Well, one day, about 3 weeks before graduation, I was headed off for class, and I saw Diane, who sometimes rode on a little cart going to class, and other times she would use her crutches, which went around her arms, and she'd crutch her way along. Well, on this day, she was slowly making her way on her crutches onto class, and I saw her fall. And so I ran up and I said, "Oh, Diane, can I help you?" And she was kind of laughing. She said, "Oh, no, I don't need any help. Just stand back." So I watched her get up, and she struggled and finally got back up on her feet. And she said, "You know, I got to tell you, it was nice of you to offer. But usually when people try to help me stand up, I'm so stiff they fall down with me and we end up rolling around on the ground. It's just a big mess." But she said, "You know, Tim, I want to let you know," she said, "I've got soul." And I guess I looked a little puzzled when she said, "Don't you know what soul is?" "Well, why don't you tell me?" She said, "Soul is the ability to take adversity and make it work." What I hope for all of you is that when you leave here at Conner High School, that you'll take what life gives you and you'll make it work for you. Do your best. Live your life with soul. It's a great honor for me today to certify that each and every one of these graduates has completed the course of study set forth by the state of Washington and by the trustees of the LaConner School Board. Class, I hope whatever you do in the future, you do your best. Thank you.
I would like at this point then to present those special people as the graduating class of 1991. As I read the roll, Mrs. Susan Wilbur, the president of the school board, will present the diplomas. Michael Alexander Petruzak. Jamie Marie Strobel. Jason Gerald Ekman. Jennifer Ann Page. Brian R. Bell. Marlo Don Akers. Tandy Wolf Wilbur. Jennifer Lee Schuler. Colin Pete Westbrook. Erin Bridget Kelly. Sloan Garrett Johnson. Teresa Marie Turner. Mark Paul Thompson. Allison Dunlop Harper. Levi D. Paul. Lau C. Christensen. Peter Evan Thompson. Paul Anthony McLeod. Gary Richard Harmon. Sarah Grace Strain. David Angelo Garcia. Melissa Renee Edwards. Christine Renee Porter. Sean E. Dunlap. Brian Nathan Solomon. Charles Raymond Edwards. Christopher Armand Ortiz. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduated class of 1991.
I ain't lived forever, but I've lived enough. And I've learned to be gentle, and I've learned to be tough. I found only two things that last till the end. One is your heroes, and the other's your friends. And your heroes will help you find good in yourself. Your friends won't forsake you for somebody else. They both stand beside you through thick and through thin. That's how it goes with your heroes and friends. I grew up with cowboys I watched on TV. My friends and I sometimes pretended to be. The years have gone by now and again. Hard to ride the range with my heroes and friends. And your heroes
bow their heads for the benediction. In the name of the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. Bless us as we make the change from student to graduate, and help us become strong, independent adults. Leaving a secure place is never easy, but with love, ideals, and education we have learned here, I feel that we are ready to take those first steps. God, guide us through the tough times ahead, and always remind us of the family we left behind at LaConner High School. Amen.